Welcome to another AutoFlex Connect tutorial video. Today I'm going to be talking about the home page, about how you can organize the equipment tiles on your home page, how you can move them around, as well as going through the views and how you can have custom views, how you create a new view, how you assign different equipment or inputs into that view. So let's just hop right into it. I am currently logged in and on my home page, and you can see here I've got this big stack of the different tiles, one tile for each piece of equipment or output or sensor. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start clicking, dragging, and then letting go to move these around. This might take a little bit of getting used to. It takes a moment for them to start moving, especially if you're at the control itself. Just make sure that you tap and hold and then drag, and then have a little bit of patience as there's a slight delay. And this is to make sure that you're not accidentally moving around these tiles, accidentally, brushing the screen and dragging them around. So that's why we've got a little bit of a delay on them moving. And as far as how you want to organize them, that is completely up to you, depending on how many different sensors and such that you have. You may have more room or less room on your page to organize them. You may have to layer them. Really depends on how you want to organize them. So here, basically, I've got my group tiles. So in room 1, I have my heating group and my vent grid group. So I've got those two groups. And then as well, I have all the different pieces of equipment. So I've got my curtain, my two fixed fans, my two variable fans, my on-off heater, my variable heater, and then also all of my sensors. So this I can organize however I want. The other thing that you can do is with this in the bottom right hand corner, this barn, you can adjust the background if you want to. So we have various different default backgrounds that you can change it to. I'm good with just the no background, so I will leave it there. The other cool thing that we have, so this is room 1, all the equipment in room 1. If we would go over, here we've got room 2, and you can see there's that pile of tiles there for all the equipment we have in room 2. We can add custom views as well. So if you touch this eyeball in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the views. So currently we have room 1 and room 2. I'm going to create a new view that I'm just going to call sensors. And here again, you can select a background or just say none, just keep it this dark background. So I will create that view, and then I should just be able to hit the arrow and here. So now I'm on a custom view, and you may notice I now have this gear icon in the bottom. So if I go in there, I can add whatever tiles I want to this view. So I can add those room 1 or room 2, whatever group summary icons I want. I can add inputs, and since this is a sensors custom view, I'm just going to put in all of my inputs. If I wanted to put in relays, I could do that. Variable stages, actuators, any of those I can put in. But for this, I am, I'm going to put all 4 of the summaries for the different groups, and then as well the inputs. So we'll just hit save, and there is all of our tiles. So now we can arrange these out. We can have room 2 sensors, room 2 equipment groups there. And maybe just organize all of our room 2 stuff on that side, and then put our outdoor temperature sensor. That's for room 1 and 2. Room 2 light sensor. Move that over a bit. All right. So then here we've got a custom view showing us our room 1 overview and sensors, room 2 overview and sensors, and then also our outdoor temperature sensor, which we have in both room 1 and in room 2. And so that is how you create a custom view. You can create custom views if you want equipment that is not just from a single room, or if you want maybe only some of the equipment from a single room. Maybe you only want the outputs, so you only want the fans and the heaters from room 1 displayed on a page, but you don't want any of the sensors. Then you could create a custom view and just put those tiles in there. And this home screen will just cycle through the different rooms that are available. If you want it to stop, we have this play and pause button to stop the basically screensaver rolling through the rooms, but otherwise it'll just cycle through. One other thing to note about the screensaver, or as we call it here, the slideshow, is in this viewing settings where we had gone before and I was talking about the background, there's also this tick box show in slideshow. And so if that is deselected, then your page, your view, is not going to show in the slideshow. And so here, right now, we've only got room number 2 as the only one showing. So if we go into the eyeball to look at the views, if we go to the sensors page, we tell it, yes, I want it in the slideshow, and save that. Now we're going to have our sensors view and our room 2 view available. Then if we want to add back in room number 1, we need to go in here and tell it to show in the slideshow. So that's a way that if you want to, if you've created a view but you no longer need it, rather than deleting the view, which the custom views you can delete down at the bottom here from the gear menu. But the automatic views, which are each room that you create, if you don't want to have one of those shown, instead you want to have maybe a custom one shown instead, then you'll need to go into the view settings and tell it to not show in the slideshow. And that is both here when we're manually cycling through, and then as well if you log out of the unit, then the unit itself will periodically just cycle through these different views, and any ones that you are not showing in the slideshow are also not going to show through that automated procedure as well. So that is a brief overview of how you can move equipment tiles around on your home page or on your views, as well as a look at custom views and what you can use them for.